I have another, but if Pat's ready, that's okay too.
I'm always ready. So
all right.
Are you? Go on.
That's
Go
not what
on.
you said pre-show, but it's gonna just make you not sit there in the hot sun and stress. You'll get in the air-conditioned bus and back to the resort.
Taking my hack.
Oh, damn it!
That's what happens when you take two.
Two.
Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Notcast, presented by NotClub33.com. This week on the show, we're doing Walt Disney World vacation hacking and giving you our tips to make your life a little easier, cheaper at Walt Disney World. My name is Steve Rhodes. With me this week is Becky Wells.
Hello.
Pat Neestad is here.
What's up?
And per usual, the Disney cynic Bobby Burchin's in the house.
I know I'm supposed to do like a rap song or whatever, but I'm still hungover from the last show. So
That was 2 weeks ago, bro. How much you drink on the 4th of July?
all the beer, just all of it, and all the White Claw and some of the vodka. That's the problem. It's the sum of the vodka.
Hashtag America. There we go.
Water
I
from
think
now on.
you didn't learn the rhyme when you were younger about what the order should be for that beverage.
You're right, Becky, but when you're that drunk, you just make bad decisions, okay? Like, just shit happens. You know, what can I
This is
say?
accurate.
It's true.
This is accurate.
Ugh.
Well, today's show, if you didn't notice the thumbnail before you clicked the video, which you obviously did at home, is we're vacation hacking Walt Disney World, and these can be things that just make things easier for you, can save you time, or save you a bit of cash. So that is the theme for today's show. I'm going to go first and kick it off with one of my favorite things to do is get away from crowds. And one way that I do that, when I leave the Magic Kingdom, if the monorail is busy, which it definitely will
Always.
be. Yeah, it will be packed late at night. Depending on where I'm staying, I'll either walk over to Contemporary or walk to Grand Floridian, all the way to the Poly if I have to. But also, you have the boats, which are never as crowded. Even if you're not staying there, even if you are a day guest, take the boat over to the Polynesian, and you can literally walk from the Polynesian to the Transportation and Ticket Center, and you will not have the same crowd as the ferry boat, the regular public ferry boat, or the monorail. Just an easy hack, keep you away from the big crowds, and it may actually save you a little bit of time in this instance.
You honestly would walk Magic Kingdom to the Polynesian?
Not
Fuck
that
yes.
far. Not
Yeah,
that
it's
far.
Really?
20 minutes
Becky,
max.
Not that far.
You think
20
that
minutes
the Beach
maximum.
Club isn't far from Hollywood Studios, so your judgment's bad. So
No,
Well,
I said
the beach-
boardwalk. Beach Club has a different route.
Yeah.
It's not as convenient.
Boardwalk to Hollywood Studios
there's
is probably
9 minutes.
20
There's
minutes as well.
9.
But there's no
way I'm
scenery.
walking to the Polynesian. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's different. A 20-minute walk is different when you can see a lake and the other resorts in the Magic Kingdom as you're doing it. It's another thing to be down some back alley from the boardwalk to Hollywood Studios. It's two different things, but
I guess,
same
but I
amount of
mean,
time.
if you've been at the park all fucking day and your kids
nice
are
to see
tired,
nobody.
you're gonna walk an extra 20 minutes to get to the Polynesian.
Well, what's the difference than standing in a sweat
that.
box for 20 minutes trying to wait to cram onto a fucking monorail?
I'm just saying,
I mean,
I'm
you
not
know,
doing it.
You're
The heat index, I'm just telling you, the heat index is off the chart right now. So I wouldn't recommend doing that in the summer, but maybe during the fall or the spring or the winter, okay. But such as it is here, those 2 months where it's kind of cool.
Take the boat. Just take the boat.
Take the boat. Take the boat.
Yeah. Take the boat and walk over to the TTC. If you're a day guest, take the boat, walk over to TTC, get your car or whatever shuttle you got to pick up from there. You are going to save yourself a headache waiting for that stupid monorail. It's ridiculous. That's my.
Take the boat.
Well,
Bobby, you got one for us?
Yeah, this goes kind of like for locals, for people staying off property, for day guests, what have you. Parking is always kind of a pain in the ass at Disney, obviously, but the best parking that I've ever seen, probably
Bobby,
in
do you know any
America-
locals?
Yes, plenty of them. Because I am one, that's the thing.
Yeah.
is to park over at Disney Springs. And the reason why I say that is, A, you have access to every single one of the resorts, so you can take additional transportation. Say you want to go to the Magic Kingdom, get over to the Polynesian and hop on the monorail. Whatever. If you're trying to get over
well,
to
Disney
there.
Spring,
Or,
that takes you to Magic Kingdom?
It'll take you to a Magic Kingdom resort.
Right. And
So you
then
gotta go.
just hop on. Right, but it'll save you.
Yeah.
It'll save you time on and potentially time and money on parking. The other thing that you
Money
can do
for
is,
sure.
Money, not
is
time.
if you are staying on property and you don't have a car or something like that, when you're trying to get over to another resort for dinner reservation or something like that, again, park over at Disney Springs, and they park over in the orange lot specifically, and it'll have all the buses available to you to take you over to each individual resort. So,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want to do dining not on their resort necessarily, or not at the theme parks, but Disney Springs is an excellent option. One final hack with this: if you go to the orange lot and you park over in the back right corner of the orange lot, it doesn't matter
Okay.
what floor, you can always walk straight down and basically bypass the switchbacks where all the security lines and get you dumped right in the front of the line.
Bam.
He just
That's
recommended
vacation
buses,
hacking
guys.
right there. But to his
No,
point, if you're
I
staying
get
at
it.
if
I
you're
get
staying
it.
in a resort that you're going to take a bus anyway, or
Yeah.
if you're staying off property, Disney Springs first of all is now free parking, and then you can get to wherever you need to go because if you if you want to go to Epcot, grab a bus to Boardwalk. If you want to go to Magic Kingdom, you're grabbing a bus to Grand Floridian or Contemporary or the Poly. It's a great thing for money saving, and especially on the Magic Kingdom side, because if you're staying off property, you have to park at the TTC, so you might actually, like you said, Bob, you might actually save time as well. I think it's a good play, and I want to just add something to that though, because in that whole breath, like you, even if you're staying on property, everybody has to take a bus to Animal Kingdom. So if you're at Animal Kingdom and you're waiting for the bus, it's going to be hot as hell because it's always hot as hell in that parking lot. I imagine it's hot as hell in January for some reason. But anyway, if you're staying there and you see a bus at an adjacent resort pull up don't wait for your bus. Just get on the bus of the adjacent resort. If you're staying at the Polynesian, get on the Grand Floridian bus. Who cares? You're already on a monorail loop. You're already getting back. Don't wait around for it. It's going to just make you not sit there in the hot sun and stress. You'll get in the air-conditioned bus and back to the resort.
Taking
in no
my
time.
hack.
Oh, damn it.
That's what happens when you take two.
Two.
I was piggybacking off Bobby's energy, and I stole Becky's. We'll
I
circle
even-
back
I can
to
go.
Do you have another one? Okay, we'll
I
circle
do,
back to you,
yeah.
Becky.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well, wait.
like my Art of Animation and Pop Century article, those buses. That was my
Okay.
example. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have another, but if Pat's ready, that's okay too.
I'm always ready. So
All right.
Are you? Go up.
That's
Go
not what
on.
you said
Okay.
pre-show, but
all right. So mine
Let us know what you got.
This is a way to prevent standing in line for autographs. Just go to a character dining meal, pay for it, get your autographs. You can eat as they come around, get the damn autographs that the kids want, and then there you go. Pay the money for it.
It doesn't matter.
That way you don't have to
Doesn't
fucking wait
matter.
in line.
What
Because
you
you'll
ever
wait in
been
line
to
for
a
you can wait in line for an hour to get an autograph.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the worst. There's nothing worse than that. So
With the autograph in particular, does it really matter if Mickey's wearing his safari outfit or his standard outfit or
No.
his iridescent 50th one? No, the autograph's the same. The interaction is still the
Yep.
same.
right.
Go ahead and, absolutely. This is a great one for that.
Yeah. So luckily my
Yeah, and
kids
I guess
don't
it
want
depends on
autographs,
what-
so I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
But
it depends on what your your character your kid likes or whatever. But you can pick the corresponding restaurant for that character. But if you're talking Fab Five,
Right.
Just because that's what most people are into, I guess. Did you have a particular restaurant in mind, Pat?
I don't know. Tusker House, I've been there. That's a good one. So
Well, I already know what Becky's is going to be, so I'll let her finish that thought.
go ahead. Topolino's is another breakfast good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becky, can you get Lightning
Garden Grill?
McQueen's autograph anywhere?
haven't found it
Okay.
anywhere. But it'd probably be like one of those that's on a card,
Okay.
which is what some of the
Does, they have
restaurants.
does their Lightning McQueen ride?
Oh God, I'm bringing this
a
shit up.
ride in Florida.
Okay, go ahead. Just
Only
asking.
That's a
Disneyland.
callback to like a year and a half ago on the show. You guys can go. I'm not even going to go
He's
dig through the archives to
He's
post the link.
dissing my
You guys can go
9-year-old
find that.
son, not me. Like, it's messed up.
Oh man.
I mean, okay.
All right, back to the Tusker House.
Let's get back to the show.
Thought.
My
Becky,
example.
what's yours? Yeah.
My example was if you're doing a breakfast, especially a buffet breakfast that's table service, take a later in the morning time and it can double as lunch. My example was that we did Tusker House one time for breakfast and we got one of the last spots. So as we got to go through once or whatever for breakfast, they started changing stuff out for lunch food. So we kind of got both. But even if it was no change over in the food, you're still eating enough in the middle of the day that you probably aren't going to have to
Sure.
sit down and eat again.
So-
and breakfast is the cheapest of any of the
Yeah.
meals at a sit down. So
Could you pull that off from lunch to dinner as well? Do you think, or no?
I don't think so. I think we were talking about this. A lot of places do have a gap in their times, or the ones like Be Our Guest. I think that I don't even know
It's
if
the
they
same
have
price.
a difference in price,
Oh,
so it
really?
wouldn't
Yeah.
matter. So
So definitely a
Now
breakfast
that
to
it's-
lunch hack. Yeah.
yep, if table service is your jam in the middle of the day, that
Hey, for some people that might be their one meal. You know,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
late morning meal. Fill up and roll
Sure.
all the way to like 6, 7 o'clock, and maybe just get a snack for the rest of the day.
I've
Fill
caught
up in
it the
middle.
rest of the day. Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
There's plenty of tasty treats at Epcot for the rest of the day. We already know that there's a festival going on at Epcot.
Yes, there
Whenever
is,
you're watching this
sir.
video,
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say.
in the
Festival
future,
Plus.
now there's a
Should
festival
be food
going
and
on.
wine by now. Like,
But we don't know when they're watching this video, but there's a festival going on. I guarantee.
food and wine.
Festival
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah. So even though I stole yours, Becky, you got another one for us. So now we have
Great.
multiple options for everybody. My apologies.
I was
So-
just waiting for Pat to say specifically what I said.
Oh.
I know you thought it.
So those are
I
our
got
Walt Disney
sidetracked
World
by my-
vacation hacks.
A dig.
Yeah, you were sitting there trying to set up your joke that you didn't even know what was going on. Yeah. So, guys, that's going to wrap up our show for the week.
Oh, it's the worst callback ever, and yet it's so good.
Guys, I don't even know what show that was, but yeah, if you want to go try to look that up. I don't even know. It's like episode 3 or something. I have no idea. Anyway, that's our show on hacking Walt Disney World. We hope you gave you guys some good ideas there and some tips. If you have any tips for our other viewers, drop them in the comments section, and we'll be sure to get back to you and let everybody read what you got to go. What you got to say could be very helpful to our viewership. While you're down there, smack that like button. Really helps this show out. Lets YouTube know that this was a good show, and they'll show it to more people. Consider subscribing because it is free, and it really helps out our channel. We will be back in August on the first Friday of said month with another episode of the Notcast presented by Not Club 33. That'll drop that first Friday at 4 p.m. Magic Kingdom time. For everybody here at Not Club 33, have an awesome day.